Hey, have you ever wondered why we like certain characters in a series? Why do we empathize with some, eagerly await their return on screen, and follow their stories with great interest? That's the question I'll be answering today. This is Royal Cameraman speaking, and if you're here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment. In return, I'll deliver a quality video. Deal? If you're ready, let's dive in. For simplicity, let's call the characters we're discussing today favorites. We'll start with the first faction, the cameraman. Naturally, the Titan cameraman, camerawoman, plunger, and myself come to mind first, and I'll definitely cover them later. However, I'd like to focus on some of the less obvious characters, like Simp. To be honest, we had already given up hope of seeing him alive after Titan Speakerman's rescue in episode 57, where we saw what seemed like his lifeless body. But we underestimated the resilience of agents, as he reappeared alive in episode 74. Or perhaps his survival is explained by something more profound. Love, perhaps? The first time we saw him captivated by a photo of TV Woman was in Camera Woman's memories, which chronologically occurred long before TV Men first appeared on screen. Could it be that Simp fell in love in a past life, when he was still human? Who knows, but this unrequited love, full of drama, is what makes Simp such an intriguing character. Will he get what he wants? And if so, how? Will he return with an upgrade after repairs to save her from a dire situation, carrying her off into the sunset? Or will he betray the alliance due to shattered hopes? Maybe he'll even destroy TV Woman herself, following the "if I can't have you, no one will" principle? Equally dramatic is the next character, my personal favorite, the big cameraman in blue. Who, you ask? Operator 67 and a member of the team assigned to eliminate the scientist. He didn't die a hero among the first to storm Alpha Hills, but he fought bravely until the very end. His bazooka didn't just hit the mafia, it even damaged the scientist. Though not as large as other big cameramen, he courageously took the fight head-on rather than retreat. Later, spotting a SKIBIDI near a crate, he charged without hesitation, destroying the production line and potentially saving dozens of his comrades who would have inevitably faced enhanced SKIBIDIs. Yet in a cruel twist of fate, lasers from the next chief scientist ended his life. Until his final moment, Plunger inspired him, and our hero handed over a lens that saved Plunger and Dark Speaker from the tentacles of a mute SKIBIDI, thus delaying the scientist's escape with G, and possibly thwarting a battle that could have defeated all the Titans in episode 73. The big cameraman in blue did not die in vain, and will be remembered as the second Plunger, though he met a tragic end. Yet he stood his ground till the end, giving a thumbs up even in the face of his grim fate. Not even death could instill fear in him. The same can be said about our next favorite, Plunger. Tafuk once mentioned that many didn't quite understand this character. I think he was referring to the way he's perceived. Many, seeing him relentlessly fight against seemingly invincible opponents, assume he's driven by recklessness and stupidity. But think about it. Is Plunger truly a madman? He single-handedly destroyed dozens, if not hundreds of SKIBIDIs, diving into the thick of battle and surviving each time. Many comrades died fighting shoulder to shoulder with him, but he resolutely kept battling on, inspiring others by his example. It's all worthwhile as long as there's hope for victory. No matter how dangerous the enemy, he'll charge into battle again without hesitation, because there's no turning back now. Retreat is not an option, especially when the enemy grows stronger by the day. This is why Plunger is willing to sacrifice himself for the cause, which is why the secret agent chose him to eliminate the scientist. After Plunger stepped down from being the battle favorite, Camera Woman took up the mantle. Unlike Plunger, she was well equipped as a special agent. Initially, we only saw one side of her, an efficient fighter with a kill streak rivaling even Plunger's. However, we later discovered a second side, a romantic storyline with Plunger, which we never suspected until she was left completely alone. Not only was she close to Plunger, or rather Dave, when they were human, known as Kathy and Dave, but she was also likely involved in the discovery of Cameramen's energy. such multifacetedness. Being a woman, a scientist, a fighter, and dealing with inner conflict after losing her beloved, not only fleshes out her character but also gives her a personality that many agents on screen lack, making her someone we want to follow. But cameramen aren't defined by agents alone. Let's not forget their big brother, the Titan cameraman. As the first Titan, he showcased true power, destroying SKIBIDI with his bare hands and roasting the larger ones to a golden crisp with his core. This raised the question of who was stronger, Titan cameraman or G-man. As it turns out, brains triumph over brawn. Titan cameraman is also known for his friendliness towards his allies, often giving a thumbs up to his comrades. He truly lives up to his nickname, Big Brother. And as any older sibling would, he returned when he was needed most, swiftly reminding SKIBIDI who's in charge. We also saw his camaraderie with his little bro, Plunger, for whom he later seeks vengeance. Even after clashing with the infected Speaker-man, he holds no grudges. In battle, he assumes the role of protector, not just wielding a shield, but sacrificing himself to save his allies. That's why we love him and worry about when he'll make his next return. Let's not forget about the Speaker-man. Another personal favorite of mine is the big Speaker-man. The first time we saw him, he was lounging on a toilet, amusing us as he accidentally obliterated a SKIBIDI which the cameramen were playing with like a ball. After the attack by the scientist and his mutants, you might have thought he perished there. But by some miracle, he broke through hordes of SKIBIDI under a hail of bombs, losing his left arm, perhaps at the hands of a mutant, to whom he left a scar as a reminder that messing with Speakermen and knives is no joke. The next time we saw him was also, ironically, his last. Holding the door for the agents to the very end, he lost his head, but not in vain. His sacrifice allowed the cameraman to reach the scientist in time. Though we didn't see him for long, every moment with him was truly memorable. Who else? Of course, there's the Dark Speaker. During his first appearance, he didn't even extend a hand to help an operator. Was it an act of disrespect? Yes and no. The operator would have gotten up without his help, but later we saw both a handshake with Plunger and a helping hand extended. It turns out Dark Speaker respected Plunger. It's this kind of character that sets him apart from the other agents. His agility, with which he skillfully slices SKIBIDI into pieces with knives, killing them with a single precise strike, is also impressive. He wasn't without tough but necessary decisions, like when Dark Speaker closed the door on the twins, leading to Plunger's anger and refusal of his aid. However, he later saved Plunger twice, sacrificing himself. His thoughtfulness, bravery, and determination will be remembered for a long time. I would like to mention Speak-Woman, but she, like many other characters, hasn't been fully developed yet. So, let's move on to Titan Speaker-man. As the second Titan, the smallest yet the most mobile, he initially didn't show anything remarkable and even ended up in the clutches of a parasite, thanks to the scientist. But after his rescue, he finally showed his worth, tearing through SKIBIDI in a rage, driven by guilt for killing comrades in the past and a thirst for vengeance. It's for this emotional depth and finesse that we love him. In every battle, he never missed an opportunity to sneak up on an enemy and drive his long knife deep into them. He's also known for his rapid-fire weapons, mowing down SKIBIDI like a machine gun. With his friendly yet slightly vulnerable but serious demeanor, he stands out like a little brother to the Titan cameraman. And the next favorite will be yours. Did you enjoy this video? Then give it a like to support the release of the next part, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss it. And hey, don't forget to comment on your favorite characters and why you love them, so they can be featured in the next video. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check out other videos on the channel.
And finally, don't forget about the awesome game Toilet Run, which will soon receive an update. Also, don't forget to use my promo code ROYAL